YouTube, it's Louis here. I hope you're well. I'm back with another Hbar update for you. If we zoom in on the daily time frame, again, we're still under this key previous support, which was our bottom, and then we set a new low, but quickly reclaiming it. And as long as we're above this point and this point, everything's okay. And we were about to form a bullish crossover here by breaking out of the bearish pattern. There were attempts of validating the bearish pattern here and here, validating the descending triangle's target. This purple line. Essentially, this is your pattern over here, and yeah, that's your triangle like that. And then once you break below, as you did here and here, you validate the pattern's target. If you ever reclaim this and confirm its support, you're no longer going to the target. So we did that on 2 occasions where we reclaimed it and tried to break out, but failing to do so, eventually breaking out over here and about to form a bullish cross to send this higher back up to this high. And this is what we were seeing on some alts that had already come back to this high, some were already beyond it, and a few like Hbar, VeChain, Elrond, they were just starting to move. Some of them actually forming the bullish cross, but Hbar did not. And that's a good signal of something we called a throwback or an EMA repel. So as you can see here, we almost got the bullish cross. That would have been a signal to come back up to these highs over here. But without forming that bullish cross, you come back under and you do something like a slingshot essentially. So you're going in this uptrend, you're waiting for that bullish cross, bounce off it to continue. You came back under and this forms a slingshot motion as the EMAs repel instead of crossing over. So you just continue with the trend you were already in. So we were in this downtrend. We tried to flip it into bull trend, but it was a corrective move up. And the only way it became a corrective move up was because we didn't get that bullish cross. If we had done so, then yeah, we would have continued up essentially. But that's fine. This is a signal that you should go lower than this. And you created another, well, you just stayed above it. So you're just holding it as a double bottom, or yeah, just still remaining with this higher low structure. You did put in a lower low here, but as long as we can reclaim the level, confirm its support, you won't continue lower. And you did so on those 2 occasions, and we actually broke out of the bearish pattern with flipping it into a bullish pattern, into an inverse head and shoulders, validating targets back up to this high and this high. But of course, with the FTX event, it began right there on the breakout. Unfortunately, it's annoying how Hbar just got started moving, and of course that's when it got hammered down. It's interesting because it was the same for VeChain and Elrond, and those are usually the last to move out of accumulation zones, but they're usually the most aggressive when they come out of the accumulation zones, especially VeChain. But it's just funny that of course it had to happen. Like it is sort of feels like planned. Anyway, we see the capitulation began there and load out over here and since reaccumulating. But you need to understand, with such a push, with such big momentum, this is a reaccumulation to eventually continue lower. You might get one momentum push, but I still believe we continue lower, as this is your golden pocket. When we set our fibs up, we have this big push down, right? Let's just call it 100%. And so when we're coming back up, we're going against this 100%. So if I go all the way back up to here, I've gone back on myself 100%. But if I only go up to here, it's 61.8% of the move, 78.6% of the move. You can actually come as deep as this and still continue lower. That actually makes sense, as this is the previous support that has never been tested as resistance. So even though getting above the golden pocket is a very positive move, because it's something called the reversal wave, where you could actually continue all the way up to the 1618 back at 8.2 cent, which is over here. You could do a move like this. It won't be a straight line, you know, it'll be gradual in steps like that, but that is a potential scenario. But again, you need to realize this is a support that's never been tested as resistance. So the expectation is to do so. So even if you were to get above the golden pocket, which could be a signal to go up there, you might get above the golden pocket just to head to the 786 and then still continue lower. So this is the big risk. As long as we remain up below this red box over here, that is what we need to anticipate when we are approaching that area. We need to believe, okay, we're not going to get tricked, because really and truly we made a lower low down here. And if you want to invalidate any further downside, you need to break above where the capitulation began, which is our 1 fib level up here at 6.4 cent. Not only that, to actually flip this bullish, you need to take out this high, because again, this is a confirmed area of resistance. Once bouncing off a support, now resistance. So once you come up into it again, it's going to be an area of rejection. This would just be your range low. So you'd have to hope once you get up here, you're definitely remaining above this, and this would of course be green into as support, just as this level is right now. You're coming into it, holding it from the resistance, coming back down into this support to head back up into that previous support, but now as resistance. Remember, you don't actually have to come up that high. You may just stop at the golden pocket over here. You already had a rejection right there with a wick, and so it's already a confirmed resistance, but you failed to go lower. We spoke about this in yesterday's update where we were talking and going into a lot of detail about this key daily range which we're seeing ourselves in. I think we zoomed in on the 4-hour time frame a bit. But yeah, we were discussing about this small descending triangle that's not in play at the moment. We're just waiting to see if this resistance or the 20 EMA will be broken to go up, or a loss of this wick over here to head back down to these lows, and that would be your measured move target back into this demand box over here. If we could get rid of that, yeah, that's what we're essentially waiting for. Your trap between the 236 and the 382. Wait for a break above or closure below. And then those are the tradable events for Hbar going forward. That's pretty much it for today's update. Let's try and get this video to 50 likes. Share it if you can. Like, subscribe and comment, and peace.